discussing a few weeks ago Hulk Hogan and Jimmy Hart coming out on stage in Los Angeles, and the crowd was obviously booing them. And we don't know if that a lot of it was maybe they thought he was trying to sell beer or it was something else. Now, here's the thing with Hulk Hogan that I'm just the point we're just trying to make here, and Shade's going to have a different probably angle at this. But on a personal note, Hulk Hogan, you can't deny, like him or not, his politics, his comments he's made. Could he have apologized for a lot of things he said? Yes, and probably should have. I'm quite sure he probably should have. Can't judge the man. That's his what he says. There's people says things every day that they regret. However, being who he was and who what he did and the influence that he had on people, I think personally that he should have actually made a statement. I don't know what kind of apology it would be, but he could have explained something that he said. If it's something racist, there's no excuse for that. But I think also that,
Well, and he's a lot of things he said hurt a lot of people, and I think that's what the
well,
main
yeah,
thing we
that's
were
that's my point,
talking about.
Jade, is he didn't.
There was no response at
No,
all.
he didn't apologize for anything. But you can't deny that Hulk Hogan was the face of wrestling for years, and
No, man, you can't deny
it's
that.
just sad that his last appearance was on a WE stage, and it was accompanied by a round of boos, which which we joked about it when we joked about it when it happened. Saying that Hogan was going to blame Jimmy Hart for the heat they're getting out there. Damn, Jimmy, you got some heat, brother.
Yeah, I still think a lot of it was Jimmy.
But Shade, I'm gonna turn this over to you and let you. I know you got some stuff you want to say about it also.
Well, you know, Zach, when we're among friends and we think no one's listening to what we're saying, we usually always speak the truth, what we really think about things and what and you've been in a situation and I've been in situations the same way, and we all done that, and everybody does it when they're among friends, when they're with someone that they think's not gonna be judgmental or tell on them or anything like that. You're gonna speak your mind, and you're gonna speak exactly what you want, what you really think. What he did was racist. The things he said was racist. That's really, in my opinion, and I'm talking about my opinion now. I can live with that. If he just came out and said, I said things to, and I don't want to get into the whole thing, but it was on a tape and it was caught and it was said, but he would just come out and said, I said these things and I regret it and I apologize to whoever it was that's involved the conversation was about. And that'd been all, basically, I think, all it had to do. But as far as Hulk Hogan, the wrestler, there'll never be no one else better than him as far as the draw, making money, helping other wrestlers along. I think Hulk Hogan and I've met Hulk Hogan before. Not hell of a nice guy. Hell of a nice guy. You can't, and I'm not saying this because he died. I'd have said this a year ago. I'd have said it last week. The man would have to go on the Mount Rushmore of the greatest wrestlers ever. And there'll never be another Hulk Hogan. The old saying, high tide raises all the ships. And he did that. He did that for everyone. I don't, personally myself, he wasn't talking about me. I don't know who he was talking about. But whatever he said, and I don't even know what it was now. I couldn't tell you. See, that's how things get all conscrewed. By the time the story gets back around, there ain't no telling what they said he said. I don't know. It could have been, I didn't hear the tape. Did you hear the tape, Zach?
I did not shade. I'm thinking it was something on the Gawker sex tape that came out a few years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, now that you said that, I believe you're right. I think it was on the sex tape that came out that he actually went to court over. I'm sure it could be found online somewhere. But it doesn't really matter. I what I had to say just now was from the heart. I always will think Hulk Hogan will be one of the greatest wrestlers ever. But we wish his family all. We pray for him, and our thoughts and good vibes are with him. And Godspeed, Hulk Hogan. And that's about all I got to say about it,
Thanks,
Zach.
Shade. I know you speak that from the heart, and we just wanted to come on, jump on here, and been a rough day for a lot of people, and been a rough day for me when I found out. It was tough, tough. It was like pretty much part of the '80s died with him. That was the part of Hogan that I enjoyed the most was in the '80s Hogan. Being the lifelong wrestling mark that I am, actually got emotional over a little of that. Is it? And it goes back, it's kind of like what Dave LaGreca was saying. On Pro Wrestling Nation 24/7 today, we don't know. We didn't. Wasn't the Hulk Hogan of 2024 or 25? So Hulk Hogan 1984, the Hulk Hogan of 1996 with the NWO. It was the Hulk Hogan in 1984 beating the Iron Sheik WWF World Heavyweight Championship. We like to remember the Hulk Hogan that formed the NWO in 1996 with Kevin Nash and Scott Hall. So that's what it's just old memories that we've had sitting and watching Hulk Hogan, with family, with people that you love that are gone now also. It's just the end of an era of your life. I remember my nephew and I went to see the very first WrestleMania, set up in the nosebleed and watched 65-inch screen TV on closed circuit TV. So we, like you said, we wish his family all the prayers in the world and the blessings. And like you said, Godspeed to Hulk Hogan. You will be missed, brother.